To repair or not to repair? In this video we'll find out. Hi, my name is Matilda and welcome to Miss Matti, the channel where we talk about how to live an awesome and sustainable life. And in this video I'm gonna help you how to judge if a garment is worth repairing or not. So according to Greenpeace Germany, 95% of clothes discarded easily can be repaired or upcycled. So how do you judge if something is worth repairing or not? In this video I will share with you the steps I'm going through. How do you make the judgment? What I normally go by is the length of time it takes to repair a garment versus the final result. But I'm a fashion designer and I know how to sew. Most people do not know how to sew. And that's something I'm super passionate about, teaching people how to do. And if you want to learn more about upcycling, repairing garments, living a more awesome and sustainable life, consider subscribing. Even for me as a fashion designer, I do not always find it easy to judge if something is worth repairing or not. And that was definitely the case when it came to relining my own leather jacket and my husband's winter coat, which I talk way more about in my video on how to reline a coat or jacket. To reline a coat or jacket is much more of an extensive repair, whereas actually most repairs are fairly simple. Replacing zippers, buttons, maybe repair a rip, holes in the crotch area of a pair of jeans, and it could also be like little small holes like this. They're really easy repairs. I think most of us either can learn how to do or bring to a tailor. And then as well, of course, replacing buttons. I think that's actually a skill that everyone should learn. It's not necessary to bring that to a tailor, I would say. So I'm gonna show you another simple repair here. This is one of my husband's t-shirts. A lot of times the stitching comes undone down here. That's also really simple repair to do. If you are unsure what to do with your garment that's now needing a repair, is this something that's worth it? And what I mean by that is the quality of the garment good enough to last this repair? And that really brings us back to buying better from the start. But I get it. You're already here with the garment that you got already, and I know it's not always possible to buy the better quality all the time. Although I'm always striving for buying better quality, it's not always doable for everyone financially. So what I will judge is this kimono that I absolutely love. It's made of recycled saris, and I love to support companies that make garments like this. So I don't think they used a needle that is suitable for stitching in silk. I don't think the stitching overall has been very well done. You can see that the stitching has been torn, but I absolutely love this piece. So what I'm thinking of doing, here you can see that it's been totally torn, and I love this piece. I really do, and it's so beautiful fabric, and I really don't want to get rid of it, but at the same time I'm really disappointed in the quality. I'm thinking what I'm gonna do with this, which I will show in a separate video exactly the whole process, is that I'm gonna actually strengthen the fabric with fusible interfacing, because otherwise it will not be worth my time repairing this. That's a perfect example of something that you might stand in between. Is it worth repairing or not? I don't have it here, but I have a pair of tights. I repair tights. It's something I've done for years and I really recommend it because you will get much more use out of your tights. A pair of tights, I repaired them in the crotch, and then within 1 day of wearing them, they ripped. Not in 1 day, actually 1 hour. And that's when I really I'm giving up. I'm not repairing this pair of tights again. So that is what I mean when I say time spent repairing this. I literally spent probably longer time repairing this than I was wearing it. Not really, but I spent probably 30 minutes repairing it, and I don't even get to wear it for double that time. That's not worth my time to repair. But in other cases it can take you a long time, like the relining of the winter coat, but the final result is so good, so it's worth the time it took to repair it. And then there's some repairs that are worth doing. Even if you have the technical skills to do them, you might not have the machines at home to make those repairs. So for example, I have this pair of Lululemon pants here. So I've worn them so much. I will also show a close-up here for you, and that is like it's unraveling here in the crotch area. Most people don't have a cover stitch machine at home, which is what you need to repair this. I do luckily have that, but most of you watching probably do not have a cover stitch machine at home. So in that case, I know Lululemon does offer repair services, so I would go into the store and ask them to repair it. So that's a really good thing to do if something has broken, is to really contact the brand and ask them if they have anything where you can bring and repair it, because a lot of companies actually do, and if they don't, they most likely can recommend you a local tailor that can repair it for you. And I think it's nothing wrong with bringing it to tailor. I do it sometimes, especially if it's like a suit jacket I want to get tailored, something more advanced, or I don't have the time. And I think that's a really good thing, to really put money into your local economy, as well as getting extended life of something you love in your wardrobe. And there are a lot of services as well where you can send your garments in and they can repair it for you and send it back to you. And I'm gonna link a few down below in the description. If you know about any other services like this, let me know in the comments, because I think we just need to build that like great library of resources to help each other out here. What if the garment doesn't fit the criteria of being worthy of repairing? Or rather, what if you can repair it, but it becomes like you can really see that there's been a rip in this spot? In those instances, I actually think you should try to check out visible mending and make it look like it's meant to be there. I like Chico stitching, or like a nice little embroidered detail, or even a patch, or like darn in a knitted jumper with a contrasting thread or similar. I get if you think that's not my style, I love this garment, the way it looks. I get it. I've been there so many times. It might not be everyone's style, but I would still encourage you to maybe go to Pinterest, search visible mending with the garment that you have, and really have a look. Maybe get some inspiration. You might see something there that really catches your eye, and you're like, maybe this could work. And I really encourage you to do that. But then I wouldn't go and do that visible mend straight away if you're not sure. I will put it aside, wait for a while, let it sink in, let it process. So I'm like really making sure like I'm not doing any hasty decision of a garment that I absolutely love. So I'm gonna actually use one top that I have as an example, so I can give you an example of this thought process I'm having when I'm judging if a garment is worth repairing or not. Here I have this top. I think it used to be my mom's from the early 80s, so it's definitely been around for a very long time. I absolutely have loved this piece. I think it's really cute with the short sleeves, and I love the pattern. So what happened to it now after many years of service is that here it's like starting to unravel up in the neckline. It's very fine knit, which makes it really tedious to repair, and I'm not gonna sit and repair that because the final result will not be that good. It will be visible most likely. So I'm currently thinking what I should do with this. So I have a few thoughts about like either changing the neckline. Like if I had like a fine knitting machine, I would probably knit new neckline, but I don't have something that can knit this fine. I could also buy a knit fabric. That's an option that I'm thinking about currently. And maybe having a contrasting neckline, or I could also, this is something I completely missed to cover so far. That's actually step after mending. So you can do it as a visible mend, but then after that I will consider sort of repurposing it into another piece of garment. So I'm mending it so it's like something completely new. So what I've been thinking of is to make this into a tube top or something like that, or put some straps here. I don't know. I'm really just playing with some ideas, and if you have any fun suggestions, let me know. I would love to hear from you. I'm thinking about a lot of different options around what I should do because I love this fabric so much. And another thing I've been thinking about, shall I make it into like a Kindle or laptop cover or a pillow? So basically, after I've been thinking about visible mending, I consider, can I amend the garment to something new? new, or I'd mend it to give it a new look to hide the piece that's been repaired. Then after that I'm thinking, can I transform it into something new, like laptop cover, Kindle cover, iPad cover, something like that, or something completely different after that. But only after that is all done, or it doesn't work because the garment is so worn and so used, I will transform it into cleaning rags. That's the absolute last step I would ever look at with a piece. And generally the pieces that go there quickest is the one with bad quality fabrics. So, shall you toss it? I would say no. Unless it's dirty and really soiled with like blood and body fluids and paint and things like that. Only if you have it so dirty it wouldn't be suitable to be recycled or donated. So currently only 1% of textiles are recycled. The whole recycling industry is in a lot of development right now. There's a lot of issues, especially around mixed fibers. That is something I would look at the last option. Some places accept donations of worn, torn garments, but they only want them clean. So the only things that I would ever put in landfill is, like as I said, bloody, soiled, like really, really disgusting textiles. If you do not want to keep the garment and it's not your style anymore, it doesn't fit you at all, you can let go of the garment. But I wouldn't put it in landfill. I would really, really encourage you, just give it a new home. Maybe someone you know that loves to sew or loves to make things, or like a fashion student. I think if you know someone like that, they will really, really appreciate it. Otherwise, I would maybe try to look at free cycle, because there always are like local after school groups or people in your local community that might really appreciate getting this fabric of your old clothes that you do not want to repair, but you know that maybe someone else will love to do that work instead, and then give the garments more life. So thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comments below what you have in your current mend pile, and let me know as well what is stopping you from repairing your garments. Is it the skill level? Is it time? Is it procrastination? Because it's definitely procrastination for me. I'm gonna get going with these garments very soon. I'm gonna film at least this one. I'm gonna share with you how I'm repairing this kimono, and when I finally decide on what to do with this top, I definitely will share it with you. So, and that's another thing I would love to hear. What do you think I should make out of this? Let's help each other out. I also have created on my website a little infographic on how to judge if you shall repair a garment or not. And the link is in the description below. I really hope you check it out. And another thing I really want to say before we finish off is that if you are unsure like how to repair something, I mentioned Pinterest earlier for visible mends, but generally Pinterest and YouTube are so great tools for finding out if something is possible to repair or not. So I would search both from YouTube and Pinterest and see what comes up. Thanks to the internet, there are so many great resources out there, and that's really something I'm trying to build here as well on my YouTube channel. I really want to help and inspire you to repair and upcycle textiles that you already have. And if you're new here, consider subscribing if that's something you're interested in. And if you like this video, give it a big old thumbs up, and until next time, hey doll, puss puss.